So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel as always. Thanks for stopping by. As you know, this channel covers a lot of drone business building, how we do our work, how we share our work, how we talk to our clients. And that is one of the big ones out there, isn't it? How do we get those clients and what are we saying to those clients and how are we answering their questions? Number one, everything that we do in the end is dependent on our clients and our communications. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. And also right now we've got my seemybuild.com website where we display different projects for clients so that they can hop on easily onto the net and check out the status of their progression on their job sites. So how do we get these clients? What are we doing? I'm going to tell you really simply. We get these clients, they stumble across and they find us on our website. So we get regular emails all the time. Every week we get several, and that's actually a lot of emails, to be honest, to sort through the scammers, the spam, the junk, the real folks, the folks that aren't in our area. All of those things come up. And this weekend, I got another email. I'm just pulling this over real quick. And there we go. But this weekend, we picked up and I popped it onto my pages here. So I just made just a simple page for you guys so we can see what's going on. So yesterday morning, 10:11 a.m. This email came in. I've taken the first and last names out and everything, so as not to share their information. But normally we get, when a client contacts us through our contact form, first name, last name, email, phone number, and then reasons why they got in touch. So they said drone work consultation, schedule a construction information. So, and the person who's getting in touch here said, I'm trying to get a quote for getting progression photos or videos on a commercial site in Paulden. So Paulden is a legit place. So doesn't look like a scammer right off the bat. Um, Paulden is north of Prescott and Chino Valley. So starting along your way to head up to the Grand Canyon if you want to do that for a day trip. But so looks real to me. So we always have some regular items that we ask clients. Now, a lot of people on YouTube lately have been doing the solving problems, or what do we do here? It's not about the drones, it's about solving problems. I've been seeing a lot of that from other folks that I've followed along with, and I've been talking about it for years, but it seems to be popping up these past couple of weeks on a lot of channels. So all right, we'll jump on board with them. But so they say solving problems, client relations, what the pain points are for those clients. And, we're just going over the top a little with, pain points, problems. What's going on here is that we have a client who seems to know what it is they're looking for, wants a little more information from us, and then wants us to put together a quote that will work for their 6-month long project. So that's the other thing is that they included in there that this is going to be running from February into the summer, so 6 months long. So what do I do? Well, this is my normal contact back from the website. So I'm going to go through this with you. We're going to talk about it. So I said, good morning. So the person's name is Bodie. I said, good morning and thanks for getting in touch with me yesterday. From your initial description of your project, I believe we might be able to help you out. We do have several initial questions before we can start talking about getting you an accurate quote for the project. So this person, like a lot of people, they just want to know what's price. So we need to redirect that conversation to broaden it. So it's not just what's the price, it's what is it you're trying to accomplish? What do you want? What are those pain points? What is that problem solving that we're going to do for you? So they had a very short question. We have a longer answer because we have a lot of things to tick off. So we always put together a set of questions for clients. And so we are here saying, could you provide the address of the commercial site? You wouldn't believe how many people forget to give us an address to give you a quote on. So the next one, can you provide the parcel numbers for the site as well? If the site falls under several parcel numbers, we would appreciate including all of them in your response. So this is getting us able to find where the job site location is, because we like to take a look at it before we take a ride up to inspect the location. So How large is the site? I need this in my head so that I can start planning for our flights and things once we get all of the customer feedback. And so we're just always planning and asking questions. So, how is the current access to the project site? Um, is the site accessed on paved roads or dirt roads? When you get up into the Paulden area, it's a lot of dirt roads. It's a lot of unfinished roads. It's a lot of back country and open northern desert, if you will. So driving in there, if you're not driving in there in a truck, you really should be. But sometimes there are locations that you can't get to if you don't have the appropriate vehicle. So that's why we asked that question. So have you started on the site yet? So I know that they want to do this progression work. Has it already started? Are we getting into it in the middle of the game? What's the situation there? So what type of commercial site will this be? So they said it's a commercial site, but are we building big warehouses? Are we building a strip mall? What is the intended use of this? So that also helps me fill in the blanks on what we're going to need to offer them and review with them. So, okay. Are you intending to share information from our drone flights with additional investors, builders, or other third parties? Since we do a lot of sharing, we do a lot of progression work. Um, we have a lot of clients who are passing these page links out to lots of people to show the progress that's going on, to show the type of work they do, to show that they are the right people to be your builders. It could be any one of a number of things. But so, are they intending to share that? Because then that's going to tell me on to the next step. We offer several ways to share your images, video online, including custom web presentations. We can discuss what types of presentation you'd like after these initial questions get answered. And so then finally, I let him know, I said, after we get our initial questions answered, I'd be happy to schedule a Zoom meeting to review everything with you. We'll probably both have some additional questions, which is always expected with us. We want to make sure we cover all of your needs before we go writing up any kind of quote. And so then, from me, Rich. So very short question from the potential client, a longer response because we do have a lot of things to think about. And if we can get together in a sit down meeting where we can review everything, that would be awesome. Now, I'm just going to bring this down. So, a lot of people are probably familiar with my See My Build custom web pages now. And this has been used not just for construction progression, monitoring these active job sites, but we've used it for real estate as well. We've used it for raw land. And so this is a good place where we can actually take the potential clients, show them some of the types of deliverables that we pass on to other clients and have them take a look around for themselves. So I'm just pointing at Arizona Builds and Arizona Down Home. This is one of our clients from a couple of years ago. And they're doing raw land sites, multiple parcels on some of them. So, this is not something that we're going to see getting built on our pages. This is actually a sales page for these particular locations. So that client wanted still images. They wanted an HD video presentation flying the property. They wanted a 360-degree property tour as well. Next one that they did, I'm just showing you these to give you the idea that what you see here is a limited selection of the things we do, and we do offer other services to potential clients and to ongoing clients. Oftentimes, we'll be working on a project, and our current clients will say, "You know what? I keep looking at these other types of setups, and I'd like some of those as well." And that's great. That's an upsell for you. And it also tells you you're doing a good job for the for your clients. So once again, they wanted some video, they wanted some stills, they wanted a 360 property tour. There's a set of stills, and they actually had those stills for MLS as well. And like I said, all sorts of other ones going on up here as well. And that way we actually have some opportunities for discussion where we're taking the client along with our process of getting everything ready for them. So Doing all this, are we solving problems? Yes, we're going to answer the big questions of where this is, what we're doing with it, who we're sharing it with, who we're keeping it restricted from. All of those types of things are going to come together in our final deliverables package, and then we'll show them a sample of the deliverables as well. Just sorry about the dry throat there. Um, this is just at the beginning. So once we find out where the location is, where the parcels are, we always like to come out and take a look. We don't charge the client for, for a looky-loo, unless, it's going way outside of our service area, but Paulden's still within our area, that we'd be happy to go out, take a look, and then that would help, inform us even more to help the clients pin down how we want to do this work for them, when we're going to start it, and all the services that are going to go into it. So, all right, solving problems, client relations, pain points, all however we want to say it. We've got a client who wants some kind of service. We need to find a way to easily offer that service and start putting things together to get their project going. I hope this was helpful. I hope this has given you some additional ideas as well. And I hope that you're coming away with an understanding. The first phone call, the first email is just the start. And a big part of it, we've got that list of questions, but we need the client to guide us to what it is they want. Because in the end, it's all about what they need, not how we think it should be. We can offer those suggestions, but how they want to see it, how they want to share it, and how they want to work together with AZ Drone. All right, everybody, we'll see you again in the near future, and I hope you're having a good start to the new year still.